Well, good afternoon, folks. This is Granny with Granny and Grumpy's Homestead. It's also Granny and Grumpy's Vegan Kitchen. We're going to make a dish that is so yummy, your mouth will be watering every time you eat it before you get to eat it. We went at Thanksgiving time to my son's house in Missouri. He and his wife made this dish for us for breakfast one morning. Now, I don't make it and use it for breakfast here. What I do is I make it and I take it to potluck. The people at our church just go nuts over this dish. I've had many people ask me, how do you make it? And I have to give them, the recipe. So the first thing you want to do is you want to cut up 2 full bags of those little mini sweet peppers. And these are the ones that are seedless. So we're going to dump those in here. And this is when it comes in really handy to have onions that have been pre-cut and put in the freezer. You want a lot of onions. It would take at least 4 whole onions, relatively big onions, not huge onions, but not little onions. So you have 2 full bags of the peppers that you've sliced up. And then we've got 4 onions. And so now we're going to put in it, we're going to put avocado oil in it. And of course, you can see that it's avocado. Now you don't want to drown it, just put a little bit, it's just to use. Basically, when you put the lid on this, it's going to be a lot of steaming going on in the beginning anyway, but you do want some oil in it. Then we're going to place some Himalayan pink salt. Okay. And then after this has started cooking, then we're going to put a whole one of these boxes of baby spinach in it. Next, we want to put in a little bit of organic ground ginger. And we're not going to put a lot of this in it, but a little bit. Okay. Next, we're going to put organic ground turmeric. This is going to give it a yellow color. We're going to save this out because we're going to use this in the tofu. Next is onion powder, and we've already got onions in it, but so we're not going to put a lot. Well, I reckon it's not open yet. We've got an onion powder open. A little bit of onion powder in it. And last, smoked paprika. Now after you put those in, take that back out, we don't need that. You're going to put some granulated garlic in it. Which is nothing but powdered garlic. Of course, it ain't good unless it's got a lot in it. And then we're going to use curry. Now I know a lot of you think you don't like curry. I didn't think I liked curry either. But I decided I would try it because they had it in it. And I found out I did like curry. It's just the things I had eaten I didn't like. So we're going to put curry in it, and a lot of it. Save that out using the tofu. Alright, we've got everything we want. Now we're going to put this very heavy lid on this. This is a cast iron covered, porcelain covered cast iron. And it's very heavy. But it's just the perfect size for all of this. Oh, I forgot one more thing. Hold on. Now, I am the one who added this to the recipe. Olga didn't have the cashews in it. I think she may have used them at one time, you know, in it, but when we tasted it, she didn't have it. So we're going to put in quite a few raw cashews. Okay. Alright. Now we're going to take it to the stove and start it cooking. Then I'm going to cut up the tofu and let you see what we're doing with it. Okay. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to place the tofu that we cut up. We're going to place it into a frying pan. Okay. I'm going to half it this way, and then this way. We're making blocks out of this, out of the tofu. You want 6 going that way and 4 going the other way. Actually, I think I might be able to do 6 going the other way too, maybe. To me, the smaller the better. Okay. Now, normally I would only put 3 of the tofus in. But it seems that everybody at church really likes it. The more tofu I put in it, the more they appreciate it. Let's clean up our mess here. A lot of water. Tofu has lots of liquid in it. Okay. Now, after we do that part, then we will take place this. I'm going to put some paprika over it. Okay. Ground turmeric. Granulated garlic or powdered garlic. Remember, the more the better. And our curry powder. I just bought more curry because this is getting pretty light. And last but not least, I'm going to, oh, this is garlic. There it is. I have an onion open because it's not been open yet. The onion powder. Make sure you put plenty of that on here. And then one more thing. Give me just a second. Now my daughter-in-law, she used maple syrup, 100% maple syrup. But it's not that I didn't like it that way, because I did. But I don't have a lot of maple syrup. I have a lot of honey. So I traded it out. And I really like the honey in it. And my husband does too. Grumpy loves it. So you put it over it. And then we're going to cover it and put it on the stove as well. When we get to a certain point, I'll show you what's going on over the stove. See you in just a little bit. Okay, so you can see here on the stove how things are starting to turn. Our onions have already melted. And we've got all these peppers, and everything's starting to steam its way. We have no water in it. We don't want any water because we're going to have so much water from the peppers and all. So now we're going to pour in our spinach. And then stick the lid back on our pot. Now we've got our tofu in here, and it's starting. And we'll come back in a few minutes and let you see what's going on. Okay, so now we're at the point where our tofu is boiling. And you make sure you've mixed it up really good. All the ingredients were piled on top, remember. And you just keep mixing it around. You want it to look yellow in color. So I'll let you see what it looks like down in there. Everything needs to be mixed really good. You don't want any white colored tofu showing. It doesn't work right. We need it to be what it's supposed to be. Okay, now we've got this where it's, boiled. It's got the water, it has come out of the tofu itself. So we're going to turn it down to where it's on about halfway. Now on my stove, that would be number 4. And then let's look and see what's going on in this one. Let me get my pot holder before I pick this up. Okay, now our spinach has wilted fully. It's hard to do this with just one hand. Anyway, it's getting done. Whoops! About lost the spinach. You see how it's all just like, it's just got a lot of water, because of the everything's wilted down. All right, now that part's finished. It's all done. We're going to stick the lid on it. Then we're going to turn it on low. We just want it to barely be heating, just so it stays warm. Now what is our object here is we're going to let all of this water steam out. This was water that was in the tofu. We needed to have it boiling so that it could start steaming out. But we do want to turn it down. We've got it on number 4. We want to turn it down there and make sure that we don't burn this, because as it's steaming out, we will eventually get some crust on the bottom. And that's a good thing. We want that. We'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, so I want you to take note that when we pull back the tofu, that there is hardly any liquid down in there now. So I have turned it on 2 rather than 4, because it's getting to be the critical time now. I've turned it already again so that everything has been coated again in what is down on the bottom. As I continue to leave the lid off of this, it's going to start crisping up on the bottom. So as that happens, I'll start to show you how that looks. But let's look at since this has been hot and we've had the lid on it I'm sure it has probably gotten even smaller, and it has. You start out with a full pot of everything, and then you end up with what looks like nothingness almost. Okay, so as this continues to keep cooking, and I took it up before because I'm concerned about it cooking too fast. Maybe we should, it's like it's not cooking at all now. I reckon we'll put it on 3.5. Maybe that'll be just enough. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Let's see what it looks like now. Yes, it's starting to get hard on the bottom, so it's frying on the bottom. And we only want it to go so far. We don't want it burnt. So we want it to crisp up slowly and not quickly, because quickly is what causes it to burn. Okay. I have to stick with it a little bit closer. I'm also going to turn it down to 3, just so that it doesn't burn. And we will be back in just a minute. Okay, so let's see what's going on right now. It's starting to get crispier and crispier and browner, which is what we want. Now I think I'm going to add just a little bit more oil just to make it crisp up a little bit. Well, it's done. It's browned up and it's finished. I've turned the burner off, and so we will let it just kind of cool down. We're not going to put the lid on it because then it makes it wet again. And so we're going to just let it just cool down and just the vapor come off of it. Later we'll mix it together in with the big pot that's got the we'll look at that again. So I'm glad you were with us today as we made this delightful dish that's made out of mini peppers and tofu and onions. And we hope that you have a blessed weekend. Thank you for being in the kitchen today. And if you like what you saw, then please press the like button. And if you enjoyed what you were watching, then please hit subscribe. Remember, we love you, and Jesus loves you even more. We thank you, and you have a blessed weekend. Bye-bye. Until Sunday. Bye-bye.